from that's too much. That's
Did you hit record?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about those knees?
Yeah, man, sensitive.
Ready for prime time?
Jeez, you've been going to the woods with Jason?
Oh!
That's funny.
Kyler.
Did you get that reference? I get that reference.
Is there a specific reference?
We will start off with some softballs. There's like a couple heavy questions coming up here.
It's just Jason. So.
Just ask me about the treat, whatever you have. That's all.
But she's quiet
Until she barks.
until she barks. Or
Is it
just
turkey?
gets it. It is a mini turkey.
Mini
It's
turkey.
I like it.
It's August.
Are you calendar holiday shaming the dog toy?
Just saying it's inaccurate.
Just because you live
It's
in
an
a
August
38...
holiday.
It's a turkey. Turkeys live all year round.
I literally ate turkey before I came here. Just because you have a house that's so large you can seasonally break up your dog toys, be like, blow the dust off
I mean,
a key and be like,
He has a
come on,
fall
Zeffy,
room.
it's September toys.
It's in the chicken room.
There is actually a chicken room, right?
Chicken
Full
room.
of chickens.
Have you eaten any eggs yet?
No, they're almost ready for
Do
it.
you plan to eat the chickens?
Yeah, when they get old.
Okay.
How long does a chicken live?
I don't know. I don't know when they start dying.
Ideally, you eat the chicken
Well, yeah, the
when
first
you
one
kill it,
dies.
not when it dies.
The
Right?
first one dies naturally. The next one died
Then he's
by
killed
my
off.
wish.
I was gonna say when the first one dies, you don't want to eat that one.
No, not
Leave it.
No, but they're almost.
We gotta
they're
get the
almost
focus
mature.
off the turkey.
Getting close.
All right. Wait.
The best part of this video is going to be like how you're asking questions and I'm just like fishing meat out of my teeth the whole time. They're going to think I have like a weird buffet Tourette's tick.
Speaking of
Tender
picking meat out of your teeth, Mongolian barbecue.
What about it?
What's your favorite sauce?
My favorite sauce?
What's your favorite sauce?
See, I'm like a middle class Midwestern white boy. I'm going straight for the soy.
Soy sauce.
I like soy sauce.
Just soy sauce.
So well, I'll also do so this is not just a sauce, but then I'll throw in some garlic and a little bit of the pepper mix because the garlic is chunked. Chunked garlic.
I mean, this is not going to work. Yeah, I should take that back.
This
It's not gonna work.
unfortunately that was a
It's
good
not gonna work.
question, but it didn't work.
Yeah, we'll go back. That'd be so fun. Oh, yeah, that'd be really fun. Should you bring mini tea with us? Yeah, mini tea.
Off seasons.
What's going on?
Ian Greenlee, holiday shamer.
So we're for between questions. So the question was the sauce of
The BD Mongolian Grill.
BDs.
The best,
So how would you answer
What
the
does
question?
BD stand for?
bad dog.
I don't think
No,
that's
no,
right.
no. Sorry, excuse me. Boisterous dog.
Boisterous dog. So Mongolian barbecue is basically a buffet for dogs.
Or a buffet of dogs.
It's probably a buffet of dogs. It's very
Yeah.
affordable.
It really is.
It's very affordable.
I'm just saying it today.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna eat there again.
You don't eat there, you live there.
I mean, until like I went there with you guys.
I mean, I've been back 3 or 4 times.
No, she's from Florida, y'all. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, y'all. She's not from Florida, she's from Pittsburgh.
We talk about y'all.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
It's just easier to say. Just rolls off the tongue.
Is it easier to say?
Yeah.
Or is it just lazy?
I mean, so I lived in Texas for like 3 or 4 years when I learned to talk. So like I was surrounded by y'all during those like formative years. And
Is that
especially
Gary's
when I've been
fault?
drinking cream sherry, it just comes back out.
John Cessna. Kirsten has many body parts.
Upwards of 6.
I feel like that's an underestimate.
I don't know.
Of those 6,
I went to college the same amount of years as a doctor.
Of those 6, what's your favorite?
My favorite?
Shins? The back of the knee?
I mean, let's be honest. The whole Schmidt family, great shins. Quality shins in those genetics.
Lots of athletes.
That has nothing to do with the shin quality. I mean, I think Carrie and Sarah played soccer, so there was some guarding of the shins. I know Kirsten enjoys the band The Shins, but I don't know how much athleticism builds into shin quality. Favorite body part? She's got great eyes. They're very expressive. They don't have cirrhosis, which is a big thing for me. They're not yellow.
No jaundice.
Yeah, great, no jaundice. Great eyes.
Question. This is off the cut. Is it like, let's be like a fast answer? Is it playing like a
We can edit stuff out, so
Yeah.
if he wants. But what we do need is a final answer.
Eyes.
So is the final
Okay.
answer shins or the final answer eyes?
Shins was never my answer.
Is the final answer soy sauce or the final answer soy plus garlic plus
Yeah,
whatever?
I mean,
Pretty
Sophie
sure
was
you're
all
at
up in that
bar.
category.
I know,
That
I
one's
know,
not
I know.
gonna be
I was actually
so.
trying to find a piece of paper to write the words final answer.
Yeah,
like,
eyes
Like,
was my final
I've,
answer.
like,
Okay.
when, I feel like when it's
Watching
conflicted
this.
in the previous ones, I've asked what his final answer is.
yeah.
If I feel like it's not debatable, then the last answer he gave is like the answer.
Yeah, he started riffing about shins, so I just riffed back and forth on shins.
Okay,
but
that's
eyes
fine.
was
You
my
wanted
Yeah.
riffing.
Yeah, I wanted
You're
riffing.
That's
You're
a
right.
bit.
I'm picturing like
Shins.
they're watching it in a bar and like there's like a 25
It's
second.
gonna be at their
pause.
Airbnb.
It'll be
And
the
they're
And
Airbnb.
it'll probably be shortened, but if they want bits, we'll give them bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably don't have to say my name for each one either.
John.
I think it's funny. Well, there's going to be like a break on their end.
Make sure it's not Ian responding.
That's my
it's
bad.
John.
Yeah.
Ask me a question once in a while.
Yeah,
Feel better.
I feel better.
I feel included.
Does this question make you feel better about yourself?
Part of the group.
Ian, who said I love you first?
You or your checking account?
John Cessna.
Oh, it was
John.
John. It was
Final
definitely me.
answer.
Yeah.
John said I love you first.
Mhm.
Fuck you.
Yeah, wrong. Math checks out.
If Kirsten was a Star Wars character, what character would she be?
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Yeah.
This is so
Oh, you're going Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Deep cuts.
Yeah.
There's no way she's guessing that.
No, there's no way she's guessing that. If you want to go a character she'd probably guess, first of all, it's not Han Solo. She hates Han Solo. And Harrison Ford in general.
How does she feel about Jar Jar Binks?
for it.
I mean, I think she respects his quality of life, but I think in general, no. We're going to be a firm anti-Jar Jar household. Probably Leia.
Fair answer.
See, 30 seconds later, you get the answer.
That's why it's called editing.
Oh
Bro.
my god.
Do you think everything you've ever watched has been
It's
edited?
perfect. It's never been edited before. It's all just a live cut.
I'm leaving the first answer. First answer is the answer.
Soko?
So cool. I don't even know what that is.
Ahsoka.
You asked him the question. What is that? Like that would be useful. Like what the fuck is
Yeah,
that?
that?
He asked it.
We always ask the question again.
Ahsoka is Luke's Padawan from the Clone Wars, and she gets framed for a crime, and no one believes her that she didn't do it, and so the Jedi's kick her out.
Go with Leia.
And then it comes back that she didn't do it, and so they're like, "You can come back," and she's basically like, "Fuck you all, you should have believed me. I'm out."
That's very Kirsten. So stick with that one.
Very important question.
Let's go softball.
Softball?
Softball question.
Softball? Alright. According to Kirsten, so she's guessing this one,
Okay.
what is the percent chance that she would say that you're going to do stand-up comedy again?
10.
10%?
Yeah, I think she knows I'm not that into it.
But you're into it.
Mm-mm.
You say that.
No, I'm good, y'all. It's been a
Good
year.
part.
You're clean.
That's 5 times.
You're- You get a coin for that?
Yeah. It's worth about as much as you've never gotten paid me to stand-up.
20 minutes ago, you were already talking about the bits you were gonna do.
Yeah.
No, I said if I ever did stand-up, like, would I abandon
Plan
all bits?
this.
Yeah, if you did it. Not
OJ
10%
over here.
chance.
Yeah,
There is a show every other week at the Blind Pig now.
50-50,
Oh, they do comedy on a weekly?
50 too.
Every other Tuesday.
I feel like Blind Pig's kind of being legit now. But
Which is why Ian will go there
Too legit
anymore.
to quit.
The lights are too bright. They take credit
Take
cards.
credit cards. Take credit
I mean,
So-
they brought back Nudie Touch though.
They did.
cards. That's so much.
I'm surprised you don't go to Banfields more often.
No, dude touch.
But it's like the last dive bar.
Also, it's driving. I want to drive.
Yeah.
I want to drive
It's mandatory driving.
There's lots of like side track. Or Z's are cool too. Yeah. So the first one with you. It's a pretty cool place. I bought that setup too. I bought the video game system.
I don't think I've ever been to Ziggy's.
They have a big like 10-foot screen
Oh yeah,
and Wii with all the games in the world.
it's in Ipsy.
Yeah, it's new sound.
Oh yeah, that's where we just went.
But
Yeah.
I bought
You go back there?
$80 Raspberry Pi system, with all controllers. And
When did y'all go there?
When are we gonna have? We should have an Ipsy night Sunday.
Well, let us know.
Actually, all the girls are gonna be on a bachelorette party this weekend. You want to do something this weekend?
I might be, probably. I'm gonna be in Cincinnati, but probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
There's a chance I'll be in Indiana, but I might be
Maybe.
Or John? Kill Mary's stepdad. Peyton Manning. Jim Harbaugh. Phil Kessel.
Well, I'm gonna marry Peyton Manning because I just want that calm influence in my life, and he's got that Papa John's stoner money. I'm gonna probably. I mean, this is tough. You're really painting me into a corner on this.
You gotta kill one of them.
I'm gonna kill Phil Kessel.
Oh.
He has crumbled in the postseason now 1.5 times. He gets real angsty if he doesn't play on the first or second line.
But he loves hot dogs.
So the hot dog thing, not even like it's a stereotype, like it's turned into an urban legend. He actually doesn't like hot dogs, so I feel he's a little fake.
Kill him.
And
that's fair.
I guess that I'd stepdad Jim Harbaugh because it would be probably clinical, and he would approach it with an enthusiasm unknown to stepdad kind.
I mean, but he's got a lot of kids. Will he pay enough attention to you?
I mean, it just depends what time of the year it is. If it's the week before we play Ohio State, I mean, he's not doing any research for that, so he's probably very free.
I mean, but bowl season's around Christmas time. Is John Cessna getting a present under his tree from Jim Harbaugh?
The mistletoe? Are you asking if Jim Harbaugh's going to give me nutmeg? Probably. I don't think he does much for that anyway, besides letting his players sit out if they've already basically been assured a first or second round pick. Looking at you, Jabril Peppers. The Browns. You sat out for the Browns.
Browns. Ain't nobody got time for that. So this one's for Kirsten.
Okay.
But we're going to make you guess what she's going to answer.
Okay. Same
Same thing. Kill Mary's stepdad. Bono. Lead singer of U2.
This video is for 7 people. I'm pretty sure none of them were like, who's Bono?
Someone. Someone there.
Sorry, Rush then.
I feel like 7's on the under. I feel like 7's the under. Tim Tebow.
Okay.
Recap. Bono and Tim Tebow.
Let's start.
Needs no explanation.
Yeah, can we just start with the top? Save the top for editing.
Yeah.
Yeah, start with the top.
So this question's for Kirsten.
Okay.
How would she answer the following? Kill Mary's stepdad, same question. Bono, Tim Tebow, Sidney Crosby. He doesn't even like girls.
Sydney or Tim?
Sidney. Well, maybe all 3.
My guess is she would kill Tim Tebow because she knows he's going to white Christian heaven. She would probably marry Sidney Crosby because she knows his first love is hockey, and therefore she could keep me in her heart. And then I guess she would probably stepdad Bono just for the story.
Sorry, he's Irish. He'd probably be good stepdad.
He probably.
What is the first thing that you ever argued about with Kirsten?
Probably Michigan football.
Specifically?
I think one of the first things we ever not had like a blown out argument, but like kind of like dug our heels in and disagreed on was whether or not JT Barrett had that first down 2 years ago.
So an Ohio State game?
I was still pretty upset about it, and probably had a couple rums and was pretty vocally upset. Now looking back, he probably had the first down, but that's the distance and clarity you get from time.
It's a lie. He didn't get
I mean, I've looked at a lot of things. I think he had it.
Would it be funny if we were different seats for every question?
No, it's confusing to the viewer.
Just like, chop, 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 chop.
Sometimes you have a hat.
That's funny. If you
I go shave, I go shave.
Randomly have a
just put sunglasses on.
It's like, it's contiguous. Like, what's going on?
Sometimes you have no shirt on.
Okay,
It's
his beer's
fine.
got my beer, drinks from Sherry. My shirt's off. You're wearing my shirt once in a while.
All right, do we want a couple more softballs, or do you want some?
Give me a hard one.
Hard.
Argument's not a hard one.
No.
Yeah, it's
This next one,
Sure.
this next one might be the hardest one on the list.
Dun dun dun.
John Cessna. Do you know Kirsten's cell phone number?
No, it's a Florida area code. I know that.
What's the area code?
Not one I've seen besides hers.
If you had to guess at the area code, what is it?
I think it starts with a 5.
5.
7?
No, it's not a 7.
3.
It's a Florida area code, and it's on T-Mobile. Because every Tuesday we get free Panera discounts from T-Mobile. So
Do you think Kirsten knows your phone number?
no,
Could she guess your area code?
she probably could guess
What is your area code?
574. And once you've been in it, it's touched your life. So I think she could rep the 574.
So
I mean-
it's really rapey.
How's that rapey?
Touched your area code?
Northern Indiana.
It's more methy than rapey. That's the official slogan of Elkhart.
Next question.
All
Let me ask a question.
right.
It's long.
What do you? Can you read these?
Okay,
Or you
no,
read?
you're fine. I was kind of half lying.
I remember my first laptop.
HP? Oh, it's HP.
I think it was a Compaq or maybe an E-machine. Compaq with a
Oh,
Q.
alright.
33.
Apple II.
I do Red Shield Realty's taxes on 5 1/4 inch floppy.
They're all fake anyway.
It's on camera.
Yeah, it was- Yeah, I mean, this was last year. It's not possible. It's all paper files anyway. Oh, this is funny. Should we formatting it back here? Nah, it's fine. No, with my.
Is this better? Are we looser now?
You're doing better.
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing better.
Still can't pick out my workout class for the expansion. Having trouble.
It's 114.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Saw the ads.
It's already all loaded. It'll just be on Tuesday you'll log in and get a request. It's get on the code pitch.
Awesome. New HQ. I misread that.
Read it how you want.
If you could do.
Just read one. Pick one.
That was such a build up to nothing.
Oh, Matt just got back. I talked to you about it.
Why don't you read one, and if we don't like it, then we can have Matt re-ask it.
John Cessna. Let's see.
No?
I can't do
You're
it.
done? Oh, okay.
It's a good
The
effort.
other question you asked, see.
What
more
is.
critical
We did
than the original.
those. We did those.
Truer words.
That. So, not counting your honeymoon plans, what's dream vacation? You, Kirsten, maybe Gracie Dog is there. Lots of cream sherry, unlimited cream sherry.
Oh my god, can I bathe in it?
There might be a beach. There might not be. There might be a Penguins game. There might not be. What is it?
I think it's Hawaii. That was in like the running for our honeymoon for a little while, and we decided it was a little like too adventurous because we're both tired as hell from planning a wedding. But I think
Too much fun.
I think Hawaii. No, it's just too like we made a list of things we want to do, and it was like zip lining and going in a plane and like all this stuff, and like I want to go on the Jurassic Park tour, but
Who doesn't?
So tired.
I think probably Hawaii would be the dream vacation.
I want to see where they're like harvesting the amber, like drilling the mosquito.
There's a tour. There's a tour you can go on there where they show you like a scene from a movie, and then like you look to the right, and that's where they filmed it.
I was there before.
Was it cool?
Last farm. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think
Get a-
we did
get a
that.
Jeep.
Yeah. We did a boat tour in Hawaii once where they're like, oh, this beach is where this movie filmed, and then you go to the next beach and they're like, this beach is where this movie filmed. Oh, this valley, that's the Jurassic Park Valley. Like, it's pretty awesome.
I'd lose it.
Hawaii is awesome, specifically Kauai.
That's the island we were looking at.
Yeah.
Not bad flights. You fly from Detroit to Seattle, and then Seattle straight to Kauai. It's not that bad.
Yeah, we did a longer one. We did like Detroit, Denver, LA, Hawaii. It was not great. What household chore would Kirsten be most excited for you to do instead of her?
Probably fold and put away the laundry. She hates like having to pull like the jeans inside out and do that if they get like turned around the door. She hates that. So probably that.
And flipped around. Kirsten for you.
Okay. So, so you're sitting around, it's like Sunday, it's cleanup day. You have to give Kirsten some sort of chore to do. You don't want to do it. What are you assigning her?
Clean the bathroom. I'm so bad at cleaning the bathroom. Like I'll clean like the toilet and around the sink, but like the corner, that's where the spiders live. I've given that to them.
Nobody's got time for the spiders.
No, they have their space. I have mine. It'd be nice if they paid a little rent, but
All right, it's January. Football's on. Everybody's partying.
NFL or college.
NFL. It's January. Well, I mean, it's after January 1st.
Well, the college playoffs are still in January.
Okay, January 6th.
It's NFL.
The Steelers have just won the Super Bowl.
Okay.
We're at the Blue Lab.
That'd be in February.
Everyone's having to.
It's cut. You guys.
I'm just picturing them watching this. It's very tough to edit this one out.
Just start again.
It's February.
Okay.
Steelers.
What year is it, though? See, I'm kidding? This is like
Before or after my
this is
birthday?
2019.
You guys
It's-
are like
It's
cats,
February
herding cats.
2021.
Okay. Good year.
The Steelers have just won the Super Bowl. We're at the Blue Lab. Everyone's high-fiving. Dennis is not there. Dennis. He's not even going to see this. So Kirsten's buying shots. What shot is she buying for the whole group?
It's also shared money.
She bet
You buy
through
shots,
Ian on
too,
the
you buy
game.
shots, too.
She took the over and the Steelers.
Probably straight whiskey, and so for a lot of people it would be Jameson, but I know for her and probably you would be Jim Beam.
Yeah, it's fair.
That's my
Classy.
guess. Yeah. She doesn't like Irish whiskey.
Jameson's overrated.
Ugh, bold words.
It's a Wednesday. We're playing music trivia. We're at Connor O'Neill's. We just ordered some chicken tenders and some soup
Okay.
and a beer because that's the discount. What music trivia category does Kirsten want? What will she get 10 out of 10 on?
U2 songs. Like, and if you want to go like specifically where it's hard for everyone else, like U2 covers in the places they took place. Because she'll hear a song and be like, oh, this is Red Rocks, blah, 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 blah. This is Cleveland, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's sometimes almost terrifyingly impressive.
What sunglasses was Bono wearing during this cover?
They're probably red, and they probably helped out HIV prevention.
Probably. Within 10, what do you think is the number of stalker cam Snapchats that Kirsten Schmidt has sent out on Snapchat?
So, I need a little clarification. Sent to who? Because her and her sisters have been doing it on Snapchat for a lot longer than we've been doing it with them.
That's a good question. Let's go with Schmidt sister stalker cams sent total. And I'll open it up a little bit. Within 50. What do you think her answer will be?
At least 200. I'm going to go 200. Those girls love a golden retriever.
That's safe. Yeah. So here's a question. John Seston. Kirsten's favorite Ann Arbor bar and least favorite Ann Arbor bar.
Least favorite's Haymaker?
It's not Babs.
No. Favorite would probably be Happy Hour Real Seafood.
Nice. John Seston.
Like how he's like, sports teams and dogs, and you're like, if she's on a train to a concentration camp,
No,
like
it's
you're like way too heavy.
He's doing great.
Nah, it's okay. Kirsten's favorite city in the world.
Favorite city in the world? Either Gainesville or Prague.
You gotta pick one, dude.
Prague. Well, Prague.
Prague.
Loves the city, loves the rock. She hates Prague rock.
Cut that part of it out.
John.
Yeah.
How many games will Kirsten guess that the Steelers will win this season?
10.
10?
Yeah. 16 game season?
16 games.
13.
I mean, you know
13.
the Patriots are winning more than 10.
13. Going 13.
13, will it be the number 1 seed? Number 2 seed?
2 seed.
2 seed?
Behind the Patriots.
Probably behind the Patriots.
How far are they going?
See, it's a tough question right now because Le'Veon Bell's holding out for a new contract.
I mean, he's going to get that money.
He deserves the money. Third round of the playoffs.
Championship game.
Yeah,
They're losing?
I think so.
Ooh. Who are they going to lose to?
Fucking Patriots.
I mean, it could be the Colts.
Say the Colts.
It's not going to be the Colts. It is not going to be the Colts.
It's the Colts. Fuck the Colts play. Hilarious. It's on record.
Andrew Luck.
Say that.
How many games is Andrew Luck going to play this year?
16 game season?
Mhm.
24.
14 games.
So he's going all of preseason and he's going to the Super
I'll
Bowl?
saw that. Yeah.
He's making up games.
How many games are his abs playing?
He played for both two different teams. Last San Francisco plays the San Diego game.
You don't mean on Madden, like in
He
the
gets
NFL.
he gets traded mid-Sunday several times during the year.
Yeah, he's that good. He bankrupts the NFL.
Should we do a few questions to Kirsten to balance it out a little bit and come back to John? Or how is he going to be asking Kirsten on camera? Or how's he going to It's all to John. To
So-
John.
So
Which
here's
she will say.
So
The questions to Kirsten
the
are
way
asking
that we
person.
have tried to manage this is that some of the
There's 62
questions,
columns.
yeah, there's 2 different columns, right? So some of the questions are, John, what do you think? And then we say, Kirsten, what do you think John said? Or some of the questions
we'll do
are,
a few of
John,
those.
what do you think Kirsten would say? And then we say,
Too many levels.
no, there's 2.
Too many.
it's only 2 levels.
I can't.
There's only 2. There's
One
A,
too many levels.
A, and non A.
Okay, well, that's not quite how this is going to work.
Well, I'm glad you're in charge now.
So, we'd say, what does Kirsten think? It's like,
Or
Yeah.
what do you think
So,
Kirsten
for
will
example,
say?
I've gotta
How
go.
will Kirsten answer this question?
but then it pauses and then goes to Kirsten, and John hops in and answers the question properly.
Yeah, so then you say,
So it's always question first, and then the girls talk about, like, is he going to get this one right? Is he going to get this one right? Kirsten gives her answer, and then John answers back.
I'm never gonna get this.
Okay,
Never
so
gonna
here's
understand
the,
this. I'm never gonna understand this.
here's how this is gonna go.
Not a chance.
Okay,
I'm
so
never gonna understand
Matt asked a question.
If Kirsten could burn one item from your closet, what would it be?
Pause. The tape pauses. Then Kirsten, what do you say? Kirsten generates a response, and then we cut to the video when John answers the answer. But do
Yeah.
it again so that I don't have to edit all this. Does that make sense? How this works? Have you seen this game played before?
Yeah, but in the real game,
They're together.
they were asked questions when they leave, and then the SL comes in there and answers
Yeah.
the questions.
So it's only one. It's one way.
This is like the background question asking part of like the show that you don't see on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get one level. Go on.
If Kirsten could burn one item from your closet, what would it be?
Probably my Jim Harbaugh Colts jersey.
Why? It's a classic.
She's not a Harbaugh fan.
What does she have against Harbaugh?
I mean,
He played for the Bears. He played for
He
Michigan.
runs his mouth a lot, and he doesn't win. I would be able to
Yes.
stand up for him
He
a
doesn't
lot.
win yet.
I'd be able to stand up for him a lot more if we could just win a damn game.
Okay, that. Very important question. How many shot glasses are on the slap shot?
4.
Is it a right or a left-handed stick?
It's a left-handed stick, I think. I think it's carries, and I think it's a left-handed stick.
How many shots have you taken off the slap shot?
4.
It's not enough.
2 at the jersey party and 2 at Halloween when they let me borrow it. You know how you can tell it's not enough? Because I remember how many shots I've taken off it.
Valid point. Okay, finally. It's your wedding day. You're at the Henry Ford.
So I'm
Dancing.
wed. I am wed.
You are wed in this scenario.
Okay.
You're dancing. You're drinking. You're probably high-fiving.
A lot of high-fiving.
Will you cry more on that day or when you kiss the Stanley Cup?
Definitely more on my wedding day than when I... So, like, when I kiss, it's definitely more on the wedding day. That's the final answer.
It was at the finals. It's the finals.
I cried aggressively when we kissed the
sorry,
Stanley Cup.
I thought that was the answer. To
No, the question.
You don't remember
The question
making out
is,
with him?
was.
The kiss after he cried, but that was not there. It was above ground.
No, the question was explicitly about the trophy because we have a photo
Yeah.
that we're going to interject.
Yeah,
Why
that
couldn't
picture
you
of
just
me.
say answer the question before.
Yeah, that's me when I kissed the Stanley Cup.
I asked if it was game 7 or game 6 of the finals. You said shh.
No, it's when he kissed. It's when
Stanley
he
Cup.
kissed the Stanley Cup.
I thought it was
Yeah.
the bar upstairs.
So when I kissed the Stanley Cup, it was like an intense 8 seconds of crying. Just like offensive amounts of crying.
The cup
Whereas-
used tongue.
Whereas wedding day, I think it will be sustained bursts of joyful tears. If the Stanley Cup was just like a 10 for 8 seconds, there was going to be several instances on my wedding day of like an 8.
So kissing the Stanley Cup was more intense
Well, I
than
was
marrying Kirsten Smith.
no, I was very drunk when I kissed the Stanley Cup. I'm very sober when I married Kirsten.
Are you
Smith.
saying you're not going to be drunk during the reception?
I mean, I'm going to have some cocktails, but I'm not planning to get as drunk as I was when I kissed the Stanley Cup.
We'll see what we can do about that.
John Cessna.
Yeah.
Who's cried more times, you or Kirsten? And since your relationship started.
Probably Kirsten, but it's pretty close.
That's all we got. No fall. I'll say nice and short.
That's good.
John Cessna, you have many body parts.
I do.
What would Kirsten say is her favorite?
Chest hair.
Not back hair?
My dick? Seriously?
Don't stepdad this. We're keeping it PG-13.
Sorry, Gail.
Is Gail?
It's gotta be our fucking dick,
Chest hair, or, I mean, she is a fan of the back hair, but mostly chest hair.
What would it take for Kirsten to get you to wear a tank top?
Oh,
That's good.
a full body wax.
But that eliminates the favorite body part.
I know. That's why she loves the tank top so much. We recently tried it on, and I walked out of the dressing room at Target like the fucking sad kid you're making try on Tough Skins at Sears, and I was like, I don't want to do this. This isn't for me. Too hairy for this.
I mean, are you?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, just look. I'm gonna give you a preview. Just look at that.
Ooh, yeah, that's
I'm too hairy for a tank.
holy crap. It's long hair.
Dude, I told you.
It's not even curly. It's just
Dude,
like,
look down there.
it's like head hair.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If they could make back hair, head hair, I would have a sitcom. Like oh man, nothing holding back my entertainment career. Because I'd have a full head of hair and I'd be handsome enough for network prime time. Yeah, CM1 too.
If you were a sitcom character, who would you be?
As a sitcom character, deep cut. Would love to be Drew Carey from the Drew Carey Show.
So
Cleveland
good.
Ross?
So good.
He was joking about coffee-based craft beer 15 years before anyone was drinking craft beer.
In a pool table outside.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What celebrity couple are you and Kirsten? Somebody asked to ask.
What,
Oh, yeah.
what
John-
celebrity
oh.
couple? Do you want to ask me?
No,
Ian,
yes.
Ian, ask the question.
It's an easy question. I have easy ones.
Go for it.
John Cessna.
Yeah.
If you were a celebrity couple, fuck him.
No,
Too much pressure. at this
just
point.
say
I'm
if you
gonna
and
fuck it up.
if you and
Nah,
Kirsten were a celebrity
I
couple.
already will.
I mean, my money is on J-Lo and Mark Anthony.
They
There's
broke
one more.
up.
What year is this?
Years
Exactly.
Nine?
That's
Years
why it's
ago.
funny.
Oh. Okay.
Classic.
Classic humor with bachelorette parties. Jokes about the divorce. Really swinging for the fences.
Okay.
So if you were a celebrity couple, what would your celebrity couple name be?
I'm gonna go with probably like J. Kerr or Kerr J is pretty good. Just because Kern sounds like a 1950s radio operator.
Schmidtna?
Schmidtna, no. That just sounds like a drunk person trying to explain why they shouldn't be kicked out of a bar. And then
I know John Schmidtna.
No, you don't understand. Schmidtna. That's not a thing, sir. Yeah, and then Jern sounds bad. Kirsten sounds like the lotion you buy at the dollar store. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with J. Kerr or Kerr J.
Final answer?
Kerr J.
What pop culture celebrity couple are you most like?
Phil Kessel and the hot dog.
That's really.
We sustain each other through the good times and the bad, both in Toronto and Pennsylvania.
John Cessna. Favorite 90s or 2000 sitcom?
2000 sitcom. Probably Parks and Rec. Loved Parks and Rec.
Which character are you?
Oh, totally Andy, Chris Pratt's character.
Which character is Kirsten?
Probably Anne, the nurse. Even though it's a bad example because Anne and Andy break up at the beginning, like season 2 of the show.
But when he falls down the hole, she still cares about him.
She does. And if I fell down a hole, Kirsten would still care about me. I think I've probably fallen down a hill once or twice when we're together.
If you were in a terrible rock band that was Parks and Rec themed, what would your band name be?
Gator Chomps.
Gay.
Tour Chomps.
So your kids.
What else we
So
got?
they get the Gator onesie, the Michigan onesie,
Probably the
Purdue
Gator.
onesie.
Probably the Gator onesie. Until Michigan can win a goddamn football game. I'm real salty about Michigan this year.
They pay your bills now.
They do, but I'm really salty about the football team.
Oh.
And the fact that we can't keep a 4-star recruit to save our life. They just keep leaving, which is not a good look for us.
Not a good look, you guys.
We should pay him more.
Probably.
We can afford it.
That little 800cc Korean scooter we give every one of them isn't enough.
Nope, it's not.
Nick Saban's giving them.
Give him cash.
We don't give the football players cash, Ian. We give their aunts cash.
Same thing. So.
Buy them winter jackets because it's cold here. But they're like North Face.
No, they don't want North Face. They want those the ones with the Canadian
Canadian
ones.
Goose.
Yeah, those like $1,000 jackets. Are there more questions?
Over under girls at this bachelor party that have a Canadian Goose jacket. Do we know the
You
total?
want me to
What's
set
the
the-
total?
Yeah, over to what? You gotta set a
What is it?
line. You want me
What's
to set the
the-
line or give the over under?
Yes,
Do we know the total guess number?
12 under.
Oh.
Kirsten doesn't
No,
have one.
you're setting
12
long.
under.
You're setting long. You're doing the Dennis Pato.
3.
If any of you girls like 5'3" Filipino men, let Allie know we got a good one.
It's generous. 5'3".
He's taller than 5'3".
He's 5
No, he's
foot.
not.
No,
No, he's not 5 foot.
He's like 5'3".
I'm 5'3.5". He's shorter than
He's
me.
5 foot. 5 foot 1.
He's 5'3".
Yeah.
5'2".
5'2". I
If
go
any of you girls like 5'2" Filipino men,
Some
like
of
to
the guys are
gamble.
5'1".
You might want to take that paper off and check that it's still recording and it hasn't
Green
filled up the
lights
hard
are
drive.
on.
Just
Oh,
the green
yeah.
light means the camera's
Just
on.
change computers to more. Google iCloud. It's been off the entire time.
no, it's still recording.
It's
'cause
still recording.
The button is stop. Yeah, so we should be good.
I'm just laughing at your sunglasses.
Can't you see? I was napping the entire time. Are these yours?
Do you have any other questions,
That's great.
thoughts?
I think I got
Are
through
we
the
done
entire
here?
list.
We're done here?
No, they got. We need to. Need
Go
some
ahead.
Need some more B-roll.
Okay. The limp dick joke definitely makes the B-roll.
So here's my joke. Here's my question.
Okay.
Um,
No, ask it now. It's like in the Marvel movie. It's after the credits.
John Cessna. This is a thing for Kirsten. I wish John would pay more attention to me. This is actually wrong. Do it again. Oh, sorry, I misread it. John Cessna. I wish John would pay as much attention to me as he does blank. Kirsten says.
It's tough because I probably pay attention to her more than anything else. But I guess a second would be Instagram. I'm on Instagram a lot. I'm on Instagram too much. This has been a real wake-up call. Has this whole wedding been an intervention for my Instagram?
Ask the inverse.
Has this whole Instagram been an
No.
intervention
No.
for my wedding?
No. So, John, what would Kirsten say? Let's say it again. So, I wish. How do you say the inverse of this?
What would Kirsten say that she wished?
What do you wish Kirsten would.
That's right.
Pretty drinks deep. It's so easy, but I can't say it.
I know.
Oh, here it is. How would Kirsten finish this sentence? I wish John would pay as much attention to me as he does blank.
It's the same question you just asked me.
No, all the way around.
The way around.
I wish John paid as much attention to me as he does blank, and I said Instagram.
Right, so, but what do you wish she paid as much attention to you as?
Oh.
But now you have to ask that.
Oh, I'm sorry. John Cessna. How would John finish the sentence? I wish Kirsten would pay as much attention to me as she does blank.
Probably the sales figures for Ford Protect. She's spending like 40 hours a week paying attention to those, when that could be some good John Cessna time.
The correct answer is definitely dogs on the street.
The correct answer is dogs, period. Any dog who's ever been seen. My goal in life is to be excited about any one thing as Kirsten is about every dog.
I feel like there were other questions in there that you guys didn't answer.
Were there?
Or didn't ask. Yeah.
Kirsten just passed away.
Jesus!
Which of the three sisters do you have to marry? American. She's
All right, Kanye.
It's not her. It's not her, though. It's light. It's levity.
Just keep things light. Your wife's
Kirsten's
dead.
dead. And,
Jesus.
it's like apocalyptic times, and pick one of the three Smiths.
No.
Which one do you think we're missing? Which one? What do you want to hear? You just sort of like the John's groomsman. Who did you date?
Yeah, did you ever? You didn't answer that one.
He did.
I said Travis.
Oh, you did?
Basement football.
Oh, right.
First, it's like Star Wars character, phone number.
Oh, the one about World of Warcraft. Did he answer that?
No, we didn't ask him. It's hard to phrase that. Because I think that John would win World of Warcraft in general, so it's like.
But Kirsten plays WoW too.
But you beat her. In PvP.
So there was
In
a.
PvP, yeah. I'm really good.
Yeah, that's what I said. So like, it's sort of like, if you had to beat John in World of Warcraft, which would you be? Which character would you be? And I'd be like, you beat me anyway. So it's like, yeah. Great question.
Did you ask if she were on Desert Island, what book would she bring?
No,
Oh,
yes,
I don't think I asked that one.
I hope it's like, what's that? The faux book.
Willem.
Oh, no, it's I know what you're talking about.
Defoe.
It's Defoe. Yeah. It's shit. What's his name? The guy who's straight on a desert island.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so meta.
Robinson Crusoe. That's right.
So meta. It'd be hilarious.
Why don't you ask like, what day is your happiest memory together? But like, wait for one of them to ask you. And also, I have a World of Warcraft questions. Just we were trying to have like personalized questions for you guys,
I feel
not
ya.
like.
That one's only tough because I'm max level and she's not.
Right.
So I'd always be honing her.
Got it.
As you asked this last few questions, can you hand me the cream sherry and I'll refill my demi-tassa?
Yeah, do that.
So what about
It sounds like she's coming here tonight, so I don't have to drive.
Good.
wait, what are the questions? So the wild question?
The WoW question: what her like happiest moment is of them so far? What her embarrassing moment is? Are there features of like what are we missing? What's the weirdest thing you know about her
Ooh, that's a good one.
that you would be willing to admit in front of her family?
I gotta go with that.
Do you want to wait for Ian to come back, or do you guys want to just ask?
We can just do it.
Just do it. I don't think we've ever stopped rolling.
We haven't.
Neither is Sophie.
Neither is Sophie.
Wait, let's see if she comes down. Great. So if Kirsten was stuck on a deserted island, what book would she bring with her? So gross.
Let it breathe it in. Let the tannins hit your nose.
There's no tannins.
What book would she probably bring? 1,000 Ways to Survive on an Island.
Apropos.
What novel?
How I Survived on an Island, the John Seston story.
Does that book actually exist?
There's no way she's
Not
going
for
to
the
get
next hour.
that.
Do you plan on releasing this book before the bachelorette party?
What do you think I've been writing since we've been sitting here? Dictated but not read, a novel by John Seston.
If there was a stepdad pro football league, who would be the commissioner?
Wait, are they actual stepdads?
All the players are stepdads. It's the Stepdad Pro Football League.
Because we were using stepdad to mean something else earlier, and so I'm very confused by the context shift
This
of
means
stepdad.
actually stepdad.
Okay. Who would be the commissioner?
Who would be the commissioner?
Oh, probably my stepdad, Steve. He's a thirsty businessman.
There's many lines.
And there would be no tickets for my dad, Gary. Not a one.
What is Kirsten's favorite comedian?
John Seston.
What is John Cessna's favorite comedian?
Stuart Huff.
Who is Stuart Huff's favorite comedian?
Gosh, what's his name?
John Cessna.
No, I wish.
Kirsten Schmidt?
No. Tom. What is Tom's?
Circle of Life.
I think it's either Miss Pat, Tom. I can't remember Tom's last name.
Who is Kirsten's favorite Disney princess?
I don't know. I'm going to go with Ariel, and I'm probably wrong.
What is your favorite Disney song?
Probably Little Town from Beauty and the Beast, or Gaston's Raising the Crowd, or like the Mob song. I like that one too.
I'm not sure if you realize how this game works. You have to pick one answer.
Little Town from Beauty and the Beast.
No one knows what that song is.
Yeah, it's where she's going through the town and singing.
Like, it's better like, is it the Bonjour, Monsieur?
She talks
No
shit
one,
about all
no,
her
yeah,
neighbors.
no one knows what that song is. Within 3 seconds, you're singing the song.
There must be some eventual life. Mike Bell, my wife. It's a very rapey song.
On his part, she's just an empowered woman in that song. Talking about there's more than this.
What would Kirsten say is your happiest moment together?
Probably the night I proposed. That was a good day.
What is, tell us the story.
We just had a whole day of stuff that I knew she liked, and then we were going to end up with her family, and she thought I was going to propose. So we went to like some museums, and we ate some of her favorite foods, and we ended up in a Greenfield Village, and then we got back to her house to see the dog, and she thought I was going to propose at that point, and then boom, I did, and the dog was involved, and I mean, brag, killed it, but yeah, so yeah, it's a good day.
Did she say yes?
Spoiler, she did.
It's good news. What is the weirdest thing you know about Kirsten?
When she falls asleep in the car, she sleeps with her mouth open and snores a little. For like
Just a
not
little?
like not no, it's not like a saw and log. It's just like a little like a type thing. And usually she snores herself awake, and then I rewind the podcast. But
What's your latest, greatest, favorite podcast?
we haven't had a road trip in a while. We've been differing. So she right now is really into this one that was about. The first season was about how a series of murders in 1930s Hollywood were all connected to the Black Dahlia. Like they think it might have been one person who did them all. And the second season is about the life of Charlie Manson. But I'm not that into it because they use reenactors. And I think it's weird. Like when they find the Black Dahlia, there's a guy and he's like, Jesus, Frank. And I'm really uncomfortable with that. And then I'm still really into the one about the Mississippi furniture store murders. But more than anything, I'm listening to the last podcast on the left.
Will you ask him the inverse of the like weirdest thing? Like what's
What
the
is-
weirdest thing
what is-
person knows about you?
What do you think is the weirdest thing that Kirsten knows about you?
Like what will Kirsten say?
I know, I'm just trying to think. Well, no,
I wanted to ask it so that
Yeah.
she knows what the question is.
What would Kirsten say is the weirdest thing that she knows about you?
Well, I mean, it's a tough question for two reasons. One, there's nothing weird about me. I'm fundamentally perfect. Second of all, if there was anything weird about me, Kirsten wouldn't say it, anything, because loose lips sink ships. But probably how absurdly sensitive I am about my neck hair. I'll be like, I can't wear this shirt. You can see my neck and my upper back hair. Yeah.
If you were to date a professional football player, who would it be? Current
Professional football
Current.
player.
Peyton Manning does not count.
And Eli's too dumb.
Drew Brees still in the league,
Yeah, I can't get past the facial scar.
but he's shorter than you.
I'm shallow.
It's
Yeah.
Oprah's fault.
It's what?
It's Oprah's fault.
It's, yeah.
Deep cuts.
Tom Brady.
No, not Tom Brady. Jesus Christ. Probably Gronk. He'd just be fun. And if I'm dating him, I feel like whenever, like if I had to go into the bedroom, he'd be too drunk. So that would be nice for me to not have to have that part of the relationship.
Do you think Gronk's a top or a bottom?
Gronk's a bottom. Gronk is a bottom. With that said, Antonio Brown's pretty.
If you two got a dog, what would you want to name it?
U2, meaning me and Kirsten, not the band U2.
Not bottom.
Yeah, Bono and the Edge don't go to the shelter and just pick one. We'd probably stick whatever. I'm sure it'd be some sort of rescue, so we'd probably keep whatever his name was. Otherwise,
What would you want to name it?
I would love to have a wiener dog named Phil Kessel. God, I think that would be funny.
Would you dress it up like a hot dog for Halloween?
No, that's just offensive. That's its culture, not a costume.
It's a Dachshund. What is Kirsten's favorite vegetable?
Pickles.
Not cucumbers?
No.
Is a pickle like cooked? Does that count? Like
It's
what?
pickled.
It's pickled.
Yeah, you put a cucumber in a jar with a bunch of salt. You put it in the dark, and then it comes out, and it's a whole new thing. Kind of like me coming into this friendship group. Put me with a bunch of salt, and I came out a whole new thing.
If you could describe Kirsten in one word, what word would that be? So need Matt to ask that.
If you could describe Kirsten Rogers Smith, a girl with 3 names, one of them is a man's name,
Her mother's maiden name.
in one word, what would that word be? I'll count Phil Kessel as one word.
Committed. She's so committed to everything. Whether it's her job or like our relationship or her family or even like any opinion she has, it's always been fully researched and fully vetted. She's really committed to it. People, thoughts, all of it.
It's a good answer. Ask the other way around.
If Kirsten could describe John, I don't know your middle name, Cessna.
David Johannes Marius, I have 3.
If Kirsten could describe John David Johannes Marius Cessna.
Marius, not Marius, but continue.
If Kirsten could describe John David Johannes Marius Cessna. Man with 5 names.
Mm-hmm.
3 of them questionably male. With 1 adjective. What would that word be?
I would hope like passionate. Because even when I'm like doing dumb shit or yeah, when I get upset or anything like that, I think I'm passionate about everything. So I hope Ian found a balloon.
You saw that. So recording.
Yeah.
Always.
That's some good stuff.
I mean, I looked through all the cliff notes on the bottom too.
Mhm.
If there was a power hour of your relationship with Kirsten, what would be the first song?
Wow, that's a good question. Spice Girls When Two Become One.
What would be the last song?
March Down the Aisle.
The Bridal March?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the culmination of your relationship?
No, I mean like sad Scottish bagpipes at a funeral, probably like the culmination. But I didn't want to go that dark. It's a bachelorette party. I'm trying to keep things light. It can't be taps. Neither of us were in the service. Although I would love to join the Space Force.
2020.
Is that a Trump joke?
It was a drum joke.
If Kirsten was a tree, what kind of
Oh,
tree would
Jesus.
she be?
Those burnt ones in Auburn.
Oh, that's sad. They're like willow trees. They're so nice. They're innocent in this John Cessna.
They are. But screw every SEC team that isn't Florida.
Because Alabama fans have blamed it. Alright, do we got anything else?
Ian, you got any last minute gold? All right, we call it.
Are we good?
That's about it.